This is a story that it played out yesterday afternoon, and what we're looking at now is the SEC and Elon Musk heading to court at some point because they could not agree to a settlement, which Andrew and I know other outlets have been reporting over the last 24 hours that they were close to a deal. But in the end, the SEC has filed charges against Elon Musk, essentially saying, look, he issued false and misleading comments when he issued the Twitter or sent out the tweet saying that he had funding secured to take the company private at $420. According to the SEC, they say that tweet caused market chaos, and the SEC wants to ban Elon Musk from serving as an officer at Tesla. We'll talk more about that in just a little bit and why that would be problematic for many Tesla investors. In a statement after the charges were filed, Elon Musk denied that this was the case. Here's the SEC talking about Elon Musk issuing the tweet and their position about whether or not he should have done it.
Whether those statements are made in a traditional form, such as a press release or an earnings call, or through less formal methods, such as Twitter or other social media. And as we have said before in connection with other matters, neither celebrity status nor a reputation as a technological innovator provide an exemption from the federal securities laws.
In a statement after the charges were filed, Elon Musk said this unjustified action by the SEC leaves me deeply saddened and disappointed. I have always taken action in the best interest of truth, transparency, and investors. Integrity is the most important value in my life, and the facts will show I never compromised this in any way. A couple of hours after Elon Musk issued that statement, because remember, he's being sued, not the company overall. The company and the board of directors issued a statement saying Tesla and the board of directors are fully confident in Elon, his integrity, and his leadership of the company, which has resulted in the most successful U.S. auto company in over a century. Our focus remains on the continued ramp of Model 3 production and delivering for our customers, shareholders, and employees. With regard to the Model 3, guys, we get the third quarter numbers sometime next week, likely on Monday or Tuesday. That's when Tesla is expected to report the deliveries and the production rate for the third quarter, and increasingly you hear analysts saying they're optimistic about those numbers. I mentioned at the top, guys, the issue of whether or not Elon Musk is banned from being an officer at Tesla. JP Morgan out with a note today saying that essentially for investor confidence, Elon Musk needs to be a part of this company in some fashion. So as this plays out, and Andrew, I know you did some reporting on this earlier today, you know, whether or not he stays at this company is going to be critical to what we see happening with this stock.
2 points to make, and I know we mentioned earlier that Tesla was not sued in this case. Interestingly enough, the settlement that was being prepared yesterday morning, which Musk ultimately rejected at the last minute ahead of all of this and the suit being brought, was a settlement with both Musk and Tesla, a financial penalty only with what was called a no admit, no deny across the board. In fact, the expectation yesterday, my understanding, was that Tesla was going to be sued as well, although clearly they have not been. I do not know whether that means that they cannot be in the future. So that's something to think about and to consider. The other element of this that I'm curious about from your standpoint, given the JP Morgan note this morning, is whether Elon Musk being at the company without what might be described as an officer title, call him the creative director, the product designer, something of that sort, but not clearly a member of the board or at least in name the CEO, whether investors would be placated by that or not.
I think they would to a certain extent, depending on how much influence they believe that he would have at the company. In other words, is it going to be a case of where he's not CEO, but wink, wink, we know who really calls the shots around here? If that were the case, if people were fairly confident that Elon Musk was still steering the ship, so to speak, Andrew, I believe that would reinforce confidence for investors.
Though I have to say,